Back once again with songwriter Diane Warren, who's programmed this 2-for-1 double feature. Diane, thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me. Fun.
Diane programmed first Born Free, which spoke to her love of animals. Now your flat-out love of music. This is the Beatles in Hard Day's Night from 1964. So you would have been a kid when this came out.
8 years old.
Did you see it in the theater?
I did. On Sherman Way at the Reseda Theater.
You remember?
When you could get 3 pieces of candy for 10 cents. Yes.
Oh, wow.
You know, I remember being in the theater and just being blown away, like, by the songs. I mean, just one song after another. I mean, I remember seeing the Beatles on Ed Sullivan. Was that like that same year?
Yeah. Did you ever get a chance to see them?
I saw them twice. So I have older sisters. I went to see them in Dodger Stadium and Hollywood Bowl when I was a little kid.
What was that like?
I remember screaming was so loud, I think it was at Hollywood Bowl, that I don't remember hearing a lot of it. I still remember how loud the screaming was.
You know, I'll give you this question. So, John, Paul, George, or Ringo?
Who was my favorite Beatle?
Who were you screaming at? Who were you specifically screaming at?
I mean, I think I loved all of them. I just loved the Beatles' music. It wasn't like I had one favorite Beatle I was screaming for. I just loved their songs.
Why was their impact so much more significant than so many other bands, which have proven to be, just as talented, arguably to some people would say more talented, just as good, just as powerful, but somehow...
The songs, it always comes back to the songs. I mean, I'm a songwriter, so I'm going to say that, but it does. Their songs were great. When you think about the Beatles from their whole career, from I Want to Hold Your Hand to the White Album or Get Back or Let It Be or whatever, that's only 7 years. It's like the Beatles went through all those eras of... It's kind of mind-blowing, really.
Quick setup of Hard Day's Night, and it's a little silly to say a setup of this movie is even necessary. This is the Beatles getting ready for a TV show.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably the first music video when you think of it.
Yeah, that's right.
Right, when you look at how the songs are used, how they're shot, those are music videos. The goofy, antics.
The way the songs are structured, and then much of what
shot.
Ties them together. When they're running away from girls or running towards something or running back after each other or doubling back. These are all things that then became staples of early music videos.
Who directed that? Richard Lester.
Richard
right?
Lester directed this, yeah. He was the Beatles director. They went and got him.
Did Richard Lester also do Help?
He did. There's no setting it up. It's the Beatles, and girls love them, and they're on their way to do a TV show.
Yeah, it was like Paul's grandfather, remember?
There's inexplicably an old man as Paul's grandfather in it. Yeah.
Kind of a naughty grandfather.
But clean.
Yeah.
But clean.
Very clean.
Very clean. Very clean. Very clean. Here it is, directed by Richard Lester from 1964. The Beatles in Hard Day's Night. So it all worked out for the Beatles.
Yeah.
Ringo got there. They reunited.
Yeah.
The cops didn't catch him.
No.
The grandfather
was clean.
He's clean. He's still clean. We talked about this a little bit beforehand, that, the Beatles, they were recording music before 1963, but 6 years after this movie, 1970, they're done.
They're done. 63 to 70 was the real period that we knew them.
But in a brief period of time, such a huge impact, so many songs. It's hard to believe that all of these things happen so fast. They're on Ed Sullivan. They come
Hard Day's
here.
Night.
Their music blows us away. And then 7 years later,
it's over.
They're out of business.
But in that 7 years, the level of craftsmanship and songwriting and records were phenomenal. They shifted so many gears, but every gear they shifted into was brilliant.
So, let me ask you this in this way. Name one of your recent hits or a song you're recently...
I mean, I don't know. Not the last big hit, but one that's a really huge hit is Only Love Can Hurt Like This by Paloma Faith. It just got a life of its own. Dear Me is getting a life of its own now.
So those songs then, when you hear compared to Rhythm of the Night, and I have no opinion on this, I'm curious, do you hear that together and do you think I've gotten better or just I've changed?
I've gotten better. Every time I write a song, I've gotten better. So, that's why I'm always writing, and I'm really writing. I know I say it in my movie, I'm writing my best songs, and it's my best song, but I really am writing my best songs right now.
So, in talking about the Beatles, do you think they got better? Or is that crazy? Of course they got better.
It's just the craft was always there. I mean, it's like comparing that to Let It Be, genius song, but they're all great songs. It's just shifting gears, like I said. So I like when I write all kinds of different songs for all kinds of different artists. I mean, like most people don't work with the variety of artists I do because I could do Afrobeat stuff one day and then do R&B, and then I'm doing a country song with somebody, and then I'm doing a dance song. And then of course I love my big ballads.
I like artists who stick up for their early stuff in the sense. I mean, I'm interested in the get better because, of course, to get better, I've gotten better at this.
Yeah,
you get better at things.
You get better at your craft. The more you do it, it's like you're building muscles up, and that's why I'm always writing. So I always learn.
When you watch a movie, do you listen to the song you think differently than everybody else, or you take it in the same way?
I listen to everything. I listen to songs and analyze them. I can't help it.
You can't help it,
Like,
right?
why'd you go to that chord?
So you inevitably pick apart the songs a little bit, the music, but you still get taken by movies.
Oh yeah, totally.
We
Love
were on the
movies.
way over here from the dressing room on the Warner Brothers lot. You told me about the line that
Yeah.
you have framed from
years
All About
ago.
Eve,
Yeah.
spoken by Lloyd Richards, Hugh Marlowe's character in All About Eve. Just when exactly does an actress decide they're her words she's saying and her thoughts she's expressing?
But actually, I'll change that around because when an artist does a song, I want the audience to believe that their words, her words or his words, because that's what it's all about.
And you think about that when of who you'd like to sing your songs,
Yeah.
right? Like who's gonna
Like if I'm doing a movie, I'm a casting director because I'm trying to find the authentic voice for that song in that movie.
you hear a singer expressing your words?
Yeah, I love it.
I mean, sometimes they must surprise you in what they'll do, right?
Yeah.
The choices that they'll then make.
Yeah, and you got to realize I guess it's like a screenwriter and an actor is gonna maybe take it and put something else in it that maybe makes it a lot better. And I'm always open to that.
Diane, this was overdue, and I hope
Yeah.
you'll come back again. I
I'd love
love
to.
talking about movies and music with you. Thank you.
Same here.
Thank you.
Great to see you. This was really fun.
The
Thanks.
great Diane Warren.
Thanks for having me.
Diane's work's done for the night, but of course the movies continue on TCM as always, uncut and commercial free. So keep watching.
Yay.
Next on TCM, Angel Face, then Stealing Home, and later Independence Day. TCM without representation is tyranny tonight.